Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of the Discover Bernie podcast. My name is Brady, and I'm here with Mariah and Kailyn. And today I'm going to be interviewing both of them as well as talking about the importance of marketing and why it's so successful. So, Mariah, how long did it take you to find penguin suits?
It didn't take me long. I was actually looking already for a position within social media, and Penguin Suits stood out to me because of its name. I don't think I've ever heard of an advertising agency that's called Penguin Suits, or any animal name actually. So I came in for my interview, and I was actually given the opportunity as to be more of like a mentor. And then a few weeks passed by, and Debi offered me the position, and here I am.
That's cool. Yeah, when I found penguin suits, it was through my academic advisor, and he showed me a pamphlet that had the top 20 advertising agencies in San Antonio. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was really cool to be part of an organization like that, and I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What is your favorite part about working at Penguin Suits?
My favorite part has to be the environment itself, because all of us as team members really make Penguin Suits. You know, we're the behind the scenes. We're like the backbone of it. Mm-hmm. And working with the people, and everybody has their own personality, it's just super fun to be able to come in, and it feels like I'm hanging out with a group of friends rather than like coworkers.
Yeah, the staff meetings are cool. I like sitting in on those, like, the time I've been here, and it's been really fun to sit and like listen to how everybody is and like the environment.
Yeah, for sure.
So what is the best part about working with social media?
The best part, that's a tricky question, because working with social media is tough, because everybody knows there's a lot of like negative parts about social media and all the harm that it could do. But my favorite part is knowing that and being able to use it in a positive way and reinforcing that back out there, so that way people know, you know, it's not just negative stuff and things that bring you down. But you can also use it for a positive way, like marketing.
Yeah, marketing has become a big thing with social media, like Instagram, TikTok, and all the, you know,
it's only like growing. That. So, I mean, we're here.
I think we have clients too that only do social media
with
us.
Yeah.
And, you know, because sometimes they just don't want to do it. They have got everything covered, but that's just a great way of like getting it out. It's like free marketing.
Yeah,
like
it
Facebook,
is, yeah.
Instagram, all these mediums. So, yeah.
So I'm going to transition into the interview with Kailyn. So how long have you been in graphic design?
I started graphic design classes in 2015, but I had my first internship in 2017. So since then, the past 6 years.
So who did you work with for your internship?
I had a lot of internships, actually. So I did one through Louisiana Tech, University in Ruston, Louisiana. And it was through Speak Magazine. So that was my first one. And then I think my second, it was at a architectural firm. So I did a lot of their marketing and like their social media and updating their brochures and website stuff.
Architecture firm. That must have been a lot of detail, like for that, like that, because architecture is very like precise.
Yeah.
And they might want like very specific things for their like advertisements or their graphic design.
Yeah.
That's it.
So I did them, and then I did an internship at a church, 2 different summers. So I did all their graphic design and promotional stuff. And I feel like I had one more. I was at Martin Creative, and it was in Bossier City, Louisiana. But he was pretty similar to Penguin Suits, the type of stuff that he did. So, now I'm here.
So when was the first time that you thought that Penguin Suits was the place to work at?
Like I made that decision?
Yeah, like when did you like decide that like I wanted to work here and no other place is an option anymore? Like I want to work here.
I guess during the interview, Debi took me around the office and showed me all the different like the upstairs where all the designers and web developer, everybody hung out up there and worked, and then down here in the podcast room, and then we also have a ISO booth, I guess is what you would call it. So I just thought there was a lot of opportunity of cool things to do. and then just meeting the team. So
Yeah, there's lots of, when I first came through on the interview, she was showing me all the equipment that she had got for podcasting. And I thought it was very interesting that, like, she wanted to do a podcast, because I'd always talked about wanting to do one myself with, like, sports. Because that's, like, what I'm into the most is, like, is sports. And so I thought doing one with her would boost, like, my confidence and be able to do, like, other avenues of different, like, podcasts.
Yeah. And if it's in your industry, like something you're super passionate about, it only gets easier.
And yeah.
And I thought there was a lot of different avenues that we work with, like social media, web development, graphic design, print and digital, podcasts. There's so much.
There's so much opportunity. Yeah.
So what was the most difficult project that you did?
I'm gonna say probably the first poster that I did for Brady Community Theater. And just because that was my first poster for them, and that was maybe like a week after I started here. So I didn't really know.
Like the expectations.
Yeah,
right?
I didn't know the expectations. I didn't know the people that I was working with yet, like over at BCT. So I didn't know like what they would want from it.
Too.
Yeah. So just designing that, I think it took a while for me to design it because I wanted it to be good, and I didn't know, exactly what they were looking for. But
yeah.
Yep.
The first project is probably always going to be the most difficult because understanding what they want, like you said, is like a big deal when it comes to clients and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So what is marketing in your own words? Like, what do you guys think marketing is like?
I think it's like the message that you communicate for whatever company you're communicating it for.
Yeah. I'd say it's more of like also how you're communicating it, because there's all these different mediums and one may not be the right one for a different company or account, So I'd say, in addition to the message, it's like how you're putting it out there and what's way is gonna like give the most attention and audience and I guess profit for the company.
The right target audience is definitely
it's all different.
A huge part, yeah.
So it's like really focusing on what works best for them. So, yeah.
Because one thing might work for your like clients, but then it might not work for other people. Like it'll just determine. It just is dependent on like who.
Yeah, I think it depends on who they're trying to market towards. Like who's their audience.
Yeah, marketing's huge now. It's become like.
You need it.
Yeah.
You need it to make money, to sell your service, product. Yeah. You got to market it the right way.
So what is important? Like, what do you guys think is important for marketing to be like successful? Like,
well, I think you have to figure out the demographics of the company that you're working with, and then what their demographics are, like in terms of who they're trying to reach. I think like that's the biggest thing to start with.
Yeah, and having all the tools that we do have here, thanks to Debi, for just this podcast stuff, everything. She's got it all here. One-stop shop.
Search engine optimization is also big.
Yeah,
because getting your stuff out there where people can just look up a few words and find your stuff, that's like a huge
You're right. Thing. Like having a website is one thing, and then like implementing SEO, it just automatically makes it better, So I think it's knowing how to do all of that. Yeah, that's really going to determine the success of the market.
I think you have to have like a good team too, to be able to make it successful.
The teamwork around it. Yeah, that's definitely a huge part of marketing as well.
For sure.
Because if you don't have enough marketing, then you're not going to get your product sold, or you're not going to get your product out there so people can even see it. So we're going to pick some jar questions here. So I'll pick one.
Jar questions. So this is like a jar full of questions?
Yeah, jar full of random questions,
okay.
Little penguin jar.
If you were in a house fire and could save one materialistic item, what would it be?
Oh my goodness. Definitely family photos, I'd say.
Yeah.
I want to be able to remember moments, not necessarily like a material. So that.
because you can't go back and relive it.
Yeah.
So the what you get in that moment is like what you're only gonna have forever for that specific time.
Exactly.
So that's definitely a pretty important thing to grab in a fire for sure.
Yeah.
One materialistic item.
Mm-hmm.
All the underwear I can grab. There should be shit out of luck.
That's funny. What about you?
True.
Me? Oh, I've had this one a few times.
This question?
Yeah.
Well, then you
So,
should answer.
Yeah. It was a blanket I got when I was really young that like it was like one of a kind. You can't really get it anymore. So I just wanted to take that because it's probably like.
Did somebody special make it for you, or is that why it's so sentimental?
I think it was just given to me by my grandma a while ago.
Yeah.
So it was kind of important to me.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do I pick one?
Yeah. And then we'll all just answer it.
It's kind of deep in there.
Yeah, I know. It's definite. It's far in there.
Okay. Who was my first celebrity crush?
Oh.
And am I into them? First celebrity crush goes way back to High School Musical.
Oh my god, I was literally thinking Zac Efron.
That's my answer.
That's literally what I was
That
thinking.
is my answer. Zac Efron. Was my, but it wasn't Zac Efron. It was Troy.
Troy Bolton.
Troy Bolton.
Corbin Blue.
Oh God, Corbin Blue. No, and that wasn't Corbin Blue. That was, who was he?
What was his name?
Chad.
Yeah,
of course
Chad.
it was freaking Chad. But yeah, definitely Troy. He was like the main character in High School Musical. I feel like everybody would know what High School Musical is, but if you don't, it was just a group of kids were in a musical, and he's the main star.
Disney Channel.
What I find hilarious about what you just said about High School Musical, the first episode, I said Sharpay.
Sharpay.
Yeah.
That was your first
That was
celebrity
my
crush.
first, yeah.
See, it's something about High School Musical.
High School
It's
Musical.
still
It
sticks
gets you
with
while
you.
you're young.
Yeah,
It does.
yeah, for sure.
What about you though?
First celebrity crush.
Troy.
Yeah.
It's iconic.
I don't know. This isn't a celebrity, but the cartoon Spider-Man.
The cartoon.
I don't know. That's what came into my head.
Wow.
I don't even know who played him.
Because he was
It was just
Spider-Man.
cartoon. I don't know.
Who? He looks
Cartoon
strong.
Spider-Man.
He can shoot out 5 webs.
You want to know what he
Rescue
looks
me,
like?
it'd be Mary Jane.
Just under the mask.
Yep.
Huh.
It's the mystery.
Mystery solved.
All
So
right.
yours would be Sharpay?
Yeah.
Still.
Unfortunately. No, not still.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunate. She was a character.
Yeah.
She was.
It was. Okay. Pick one. All right. What is your go-to dance move?
Oh, goodness.
My go-to dance move. Does someone else want to answer first? Let me think about
Let me
it.
think about it. Have you gotten this question before?
Yeah, but
But you can't.
I didn't give an answer. So I just let Debbie answer. But I know my answer.
Okay, what's yours?
It's the gritty.
The gritty. Oh, that's the one where it's like this, right? Right?
Yeah.
What
You
is
move,
the-
you walk.
Hey,
and
what
then-
are we
The cat
down the
daddy?
hallway?
I don't even, I'm not that into.
I'm thinking of the cat daddy. You remember that? Do y'all know the cat daddy?
No.
No, it's a little like wheelchair, like it's a little wheelchair move. You gotta look up cat
Sure.
daddy.
I'll look it
Oh.
up. I'll look it up for sure. My favorite dance move. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I wouldn't really give a dance move because I don't go dancing often.
Mm.
But like a little
Yeah,
move.
That's fair, yeah.
Mariah's dropping it low.
No, I don't know. This is a tough question. I feel like I kind of always, like, when the music's on in the car, I'm kind of just like, I always go like this. Like, I don't know what that is, but I just go like
the
that.
car dance.
There you go. I'll call
Car
it my
dance.
car dance. And it's always like a good song too, and I'm just like, okay.
She's bopping.
Yeah, that
She's
the bop.
vibing.
The bop.
She's bopping.
So that's my dance move.
What is y'all's go-to, like, bop song, though?
Go to bop.
Song. Come on, there's a lot of. Oh, I like the Spins by Mac Miller.
It's a good one.
Iconic.
Anything Mac Miller.
Yeah, that's always like every day on a rainy day, sunny day, in the car, here, anywhere.
In the club.
In the club.
50 Cent. That's a good one.
Taking it back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's
Absolutely
either
go back.
Circles by Post Malone or
Oh, that's a good one.
Chemical by Post Malone also.
Post Malone
Some
is
posty.
good. He's real good. He's everywhere.
Yeah, he's.
Yes. He's on tour right now.
I
You know what
remember-
he's also on? He's on those cups at Cane's. They're
Oh, yeah,
marketing
yeah,
him.
they are. Yeah.
They are really implementing that. They're
There's
using
like
them.
4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you can collect them. So that's a
They
good
did like
thing.
4 of
Yeah.
them every 2 weeks or something, right? Something like that.
yeah. and
It's
you collect
it's
them.
something like that, but I'm not sure entirely.
That's such a great marketing tactic
is.
because like the fact that they put 4 out and they put their release date, that makes you want to like, okay, I gotta go back next month, you know, and then I gotta go back the next month. You gotta get all 4. So
When I was in Mexico about a year and a half ago, he was performing at a resort like across from where I was at. I could see him on the stage, like from
Wow.
where I was at, and then they had Weezer too. Like they had like a bunch of guys there that were like, I feel like they had to spend a lot of money to do that because like it was like a company bought that out, the whole
Mhm.
place, like reserved the whole thing.
wow.
So nobody was staying in that side of the resort. And then like they had like 10 different artists there. They were all big. And it's just a huge event and there's tons of people there. Like
Yeah,
thousands of
like a
people.
festival.
Yeah.
That's fun.
All right, well I guess that's gonna conclude episode 2. Thank you for everybody that's watching, and don't forget to follow on Instagram at Penguin Suits. And don't forget to check out the website also.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.